morning, everyone. Once again, I welcome you all on my channel English with Shivie. This is Shivie. Welcome you all and wish you all good morning. In our last video, we have learned the chapter 4 of Footprints Without Feet. It is written by Kathy. The chapter name is Equation of Trust. We have learned and understood the explanation of 2 pages. So it will be the second part of the chapter Equation of Trust. This was the chapter in which the person is having the trust on a lady, how he was misguided or cheated. We will see there. So open the third page and see it was a quite kindly voice. There were the discussion between the lady and Horace, and the lady was harsh and he came there to ask that who is there. So the lady was there and her voice was there and it was quite kindly voice but one with firmness in it. A woman was standing in the doorway was Sherry and was rubbing against her. Now the lady was in front of Sherry. Who was Sherry? The dog. Yes, it was the name of the dog and she came near the dog and this time her voice was stiff. Stiff means firm. The determined voice was there. It was kind voice but it was having the determination that she is the owner of the house. And the woman was standing near the door of the gate of the kitchen in which the dog Sherry was lying and he was rubbing his body against the lady. She was young, quite pretty and was dressed in red. She walked to the fireplace and studied the ornaments there. She was having the red dress, through which she was looking very pretty and very young girl. And she was also very kind person and she was walking near the fireplace because it was chillness in the place there and she was collecting or she was arranging her ornaments, her jewelry which she was wearing. Down Sherry, she said, anyone would think I would have been away for a month. She smiled at Horace and went out. However, I came back just in time, though I didn't expect to meet a vulgar. So they were talking with each other, and now this time the lady was saying to Sherry, and she was giving the instruction to sit down. And anyone would think I would have been away for a month. Me, she was giving the instruction and she was noticing that if he will react like this, he will give the affection to her lady, to his lady, then she is giving the instruction that if he will do like this, then anyone can know that we were far away from each other for 1 month. So don't do like this. She smiled at Horace. Me, she saw Horace and she was smiling. And she go there and she continued her line. However, I came back just in time, though I didn't expect to meet a burglar. She was saying that I was not expecting that whenever I will come back here, I had to speak with the burglar. Burglar means the thief, the robber. So she was saying that she was not expecting about this, that she had to speak or she had to meet with the burglar at her own home. Horace had some hope because she seemed to be amused at meeting him. He might have you trouble if he treated her the right way. He replied, I didn't expect to meet one of the family. Horace had some hope. Now he was having hope that he is doing his work, so no one is having any problem. So she was so much amused, so much pleased, so much happy to see him. She was not having any doubt or any problem with him. And he was thinking that he might avoid anything. If he will avoid anything, then he will stuck in the problem. If he treated her the right way. He replied, I didn't expect to meet one of the family members. He is saying that he was not expecting that he will meet to the family member there. She nodded. I see what an inconvenience it is for you to meet me. What are you going to do? And Horace said, my first thought was to talk. She nodded. She refused me. She shook her head and she saw that I have known each and everything and I am seeing the inconvenience at my home that you have come here to meet me. And now I had to ask to you that what are you doing here at my home? And that on that question, Horace replied that my first thought was to he was thinking that at first, when the owner of the house was there to recognize her or to watch her, then he immediately leave the house. Of course, you could do that, but I would telephone the police and tell them all about you. They would get you at once. So the owner, the lady replied that yes, of course, at once you have to leave from here. Otherwise, I will call the cop, call the police, and you have to go to the prison and they will call to you at random. Horace said, I would of course cut the telephone wires first and then. He hesitated, a smile on his face. I would make sure that you would do nothing for some time. A few hours would be enough. Now, this time Horace was saying that yes, I can go run, I can run from here and the police can also come here to catch me. If you will call the police and I will cut off the wires, then you will not have any option to call the police. He was hesitating to do this, but he was not having anything to do. But he was having the smile on his face through which the lady cannot be recognized his feeling. And again, he continued, I would make sure that you would not do nothing for some time. And he said that she would not be able to do anything for some time because he will give the her to her. And sometimes few hours will be enough to do the work, to do the role. He looked at him seriously, you would hurt me. Now she was having the question and she was having the doubt and she asked him that if I will not do anything or I will do anything, I will call the police or I will be safe from you, then you will give the hurt to me. Horace paused and then said, I think I was trying to frighten you when I said that you didn't frighten me. Horace said that I said to you like this because I was wanting to give you the fright and the fear. But the lady replied that she won't be frightened or she won't be fearful. Horace suggested it would be nice if you would forget you ever saw me. Let me go. Horace now suggested to him and he was saying that let me go from here after doing or after completing my work. It would be quite well for you if you will give the permission to me to do the work quietly. The voice was suddenly sharp. Why should I? You are going to rob me. If I let you go, you will only rob someone else. Society must be protected from men like you. The voice was suddenly sharp. Now, the sharpness was there because she was giving the authority or she was giving the assurance to the person that she is the owner of the house. And if the people, the robber will cheat her, then she will call the police or she will do anything to catch him. Why should I? You were going to rob me. Why should I be hesitant or why should I be hurted? Means the lady was saying that why should you be there to hurt me? I am not going to rob myself or you are going to rob me, you are going to cheat me. If I let you go, you will only rob someone. If I will give you the permission to cheat me, to rob me, then you will go from here to cheat someone else and there you will cheat some other people. Society must be protected like your type of person. So I will not leave you. Horace smiled. I am not a man who threatens society. I steal only from those who have a lot of money. He replies and he says that I don't cheat the society. I don't have the unprotective feeling inside me because I am not cheating the poor people. I am cheating, I am robbing the high five or rich people, those who are having the so many ornaments or so much wealth in their homes. I steal for a very good reason and I hate the thought of prison. And he's saying, he's continuing his voice and he's saying that I am not wanting to be rich person, but I am stealing the ornaments or the money for the good purpose. And I hate to go to the prison. Even I don't want to listen the name of the prison because I hate it. She laughed and she began thinking that he had persuaded her. Look, I have no right to ask you for anything, but I am desperate. Let me go, and I promise never to do this kind of thing again. I really mean it. She was laughing to listen his voice, and he was begging me. She was doing the activity as he was begging to do the work there. And she was also thinking that he is persuading her. He is giving his false attempt to her. But she was saying, if she will, I have no right to ask you for anything, but I am desperate. She is saying that she will not say anything to him to do, but she is saying that she is too much sad and upset that he is here and he is spoiling the society. And he is saying that let me go and I promise never to do this kind of thing. I really mean it. He said to her that if she will let him go, then he will not do anything again and he will give the peace to the society and he is giving the promise to her that he will not do it again. She was silent, watching him closely. Then she said, you are really afraid of going to prison, aren't you? She was silent. She was listening only over there and she was watching him closely. She was minutely seeing him and then she said, oh, you are having the fear to go into the prison and I'm sure that you are having the fear. She came over to him shaking her head. I have always liked the wrong kind of people. Now she again came there and she was shaking and moving her head and she was saying to move her head that I am not going to like your types of people. You are wrong people and I will not give any alliance to you to be stay here. She picked up a silver box from the table and took a sip from it. Horace, eager to please her and seeing that she might help him, took off his gloves and gave her a cigarette light. At that time of conversation, the lady came near the silver box and in the silver box there was the cigarette and she used to smoke the cigarette and at randomly the people was there, the man was there and that man, the robber, was wanting to please her, wanting to happy her, cheese her. So at randomly he picked out his gloves and he removed his gloves and he take out the lighter from his pocket to lit the cigarette or cigar of that lady. You will let me go. He held the lighter towards her. Yes, but only if you will do something for me. Now he is saying to give the light to the cigarette and he is saying that if you will not be there to arrest or to call the police, then I will not give you any hurt. So he is requesting to her that let him go. But she is giving the reply that you have to do. He has to do some work in place of this kind of effort. Yes, anything you say. He's saying he's agree because he doesn't want to go into the prison. So he can do anything for it. So he's agree and he's saying that yes, I can do anything. Tell me about it. Before we left for London, I promised my husband to take my jewels to our bank. But I left them here in the safe. I want to wear them to a party tonight, so I came down to get them. But she is giving the explanation that why she came here down near the safe. So she is saying that when they were going to London to leave the house from here, she said to her husband that the ornament should be kept in the bank locker, but he didn't do anything. So this time I have to come here to arrange my ornaments, to wear the ornaments, because he is listening each and everything. And she is saying that I had to go. She is saying that she has to go to wear the ornaments, to wear the jewelry in the party. But she is confused and she is let her conversation left. Horace smiled. You have forgotten the number to open the safe, haven't you? She didn't complete her conversation. Meanwhile, Horace gave the reply and he was smiling and he takes the words himself and he is saying that, oh, he is saying in place of that lady that she has forgotten the number of the safe. So he is asking the question to her. Yes, replied the young lady. Just leave it to me and you will have them within an hour, but I will have to break your safe. She replied in affirmative and he said that okay, I will give your ornament to you, but you have to free me. You have to give 1 hour to me to unlock the safe. But your safe is too tough. It is not able to open it through the code. But he has to break it. Don't worry about that. My husband won't be here for a month and I will have the safe mended by that time. She is giving the assurance to the person that don't mind about the safe. My husband is not here and he will not see anything about the safe that it is broken. If he comes before coming him, I will mend, I will repair my safe before coming my husband. So he is happily doing the work and he is saying he is doing the work, and within an hour Horace has opened the safe, given her the jewels and gone happily out. Means within an hour he opened the safe and he took out the jewels and gave it to the lady and they were happy. For 2 days he kept his promise to the kind lady. On the morning of the third day, however, he thought of the book he wanted and he knew he would have to look for another safe. 2 days he had the promise. He continued the promise that what was the promise? That he will not rob any safe from now if the lady will leave him. But till 2 days he was safe and he was there at his home. But after 2 days he was not assuring her, he was not keeping in his mind that he needed the books. Means he needed the books for which he needed the money. So he was wanting the money and he thought that if he will not go to rob, he will not go for robbery, then from where he will purchase the books. So he thought from that day that the next morning he will go for another safe. But he never got the chance to begin his plan. By noon, a policeman arrested him for the geography of Short-Over branch. But from there, he was not getting the time to go from there because the police has come there to arrest him because the signs, the symptoms were there that he has robbed the Short-Over branch. Now he was arrested by the police. His fingerprints, for he had opened the safe without gloves, were all over the room and no one believed him when he said that the wife of the owner of the house had asked him to open the safe for him. He forgot to wear the gloves when he lit the cigarette of that lady. So he did all the work without the gloves. So he forgot to wear the gloves and everywhere her fingerprints were seen and he was kept the thief. But he said so many times, so many people that no one was there to believe on him that he was not there to rob the things, but he was there to rob all the things in the order or for the order of that owner of the house. but no one had believed on him. The wife herself, a grey-haired, shafted woman of 60, said that the story was nonsense. A wife herself, means the wife was there herself and she was having the grey hair, the long hair, and she was having the sharp tongue, and she was having the 60 years old, and she was having the nonsense story about this also, that she didn't have the belief on it, that he is having the falsehood. Horace is now the assistant librarian in the library. He often thinks of the charming, clever young lady who was in the same profession as he was and who tricked him. He gets very angry when anyone talks about honor among thieves. Now, Horace was the assistant in the library of the police of the prison, and he generally thinks about that charming, kind, and clever young lady who has stolen his fame and cheated him. How much she was clever in her profession, and she tricked him cleverly. He was very much angry to hear or to think over that clever lady. So now it means that lady was also the robber, and she was also in the profession of that robber. So the chapter is closed. How much trust was there over that lady, the robber has? So the chapter is closed. Have a good